1, 2, 3. Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Brian Johnson, standing out the front of the Bunch of Grapes Hotel in Ballarat. We've had the big parade at Darren Weir's this morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate you coming out on such a wonderful day. There's a lot of effort goes into helping us put these days on. We have to cart horses in. 208. So we're shooting 209? There you go. There we go. The 12 years we've been running these days. Today will be the first time the races have been pulled off of us. But I see that as a problem. You need to do something. Last fall was really forward and it's just kind of like, it's probably on the way you right. Yeah, then you've got to look after them and just, you've got that one issue and a few balance issues, but she's a river, so it's pretty like an AFL football. It's a little, when we saw it at Easter, we had to buy her. She had very, very clean x-rays and she was great type. Today's the first time anyone's seen her. She's not on our website, we haven't advertised her. We just wanted to produce her here today because I'm sure couldn't season stock. So she's just there in the box and hides if you want to look afterwards and you want to have a chat. It was very good of Darren to open up the stables and parade all our racehorses and some of our yearlings for sale, Brian, and unfortunately the Ballarat races got called off, but it was a pretty good day.
Been a great day considering, Darren. I woke up this morning, I was at the footy at 8 a.m. watching my son play.
Which way should I walk? That way or that way?
Yeah, you reckon?
Well, Brian, that was pretty funny. I didn't realise there was a few Collingwood supporters here with us. I was trying to record this. But anyway, you do see all types here at Street Talk.
Street Talk in Ballarat. But yeah, it was disappointing for the Ballarat Turf Club today, Darren. They put a lot of work in to getting the track ready and they just didn't want to take any chances with the rain overnight. And luckily enough, Darren Weir's stables were good enough to let all the owners in for the day, and we just had a big lunch here and it's been a great day.
It has. Let's go through the runners for the last week, Brian, and I guess we start with Seismos over in the UK. First up for Marco Body, what do you think?
Probably not too bad considering Graham Panther won the race pretty comfortably. I guess just looking for Seismos to hit the line all right and didn't do a bad job. Not that I could actually see the race, Darren. But
I've watched it since, Brian. Marco was very happy with the run. He did run 6, beating a photo for third, but he had a few things against him. 3200 first up, very heavy track, and the horse actually went to the inside on his own. All the rest came wide and he wasn't really in the race then, but he was called dropping out of the 400 but came again and looked in the race at the 200 before weakening on the line. But Marco was happy and he's on track, Seismos, and he's good enough because they're the best 2 mile stays around. And as luck would have it, Brian, we've still got a couple of little shares floating around in Seismos, so if anyone's interested out there, you need to give me a ring and have a chat. We then went on to Singapore. Lucky Lion showed a bit of a return to form, Brian. Pretty unlucky third, I would have thought.
Yeah, he just seems to have a habit of just not getting a run when he needs it. And when he sort of got a bit jammed up here on the rail, but once he got out, he hit the line pretty well again, but just not quite good enough on the day.
And Magnus Bell went around at Adelaide River, but she was eased out of the race after copping interference halfway through, Brian. And Vanessa Arnett actually reported her nose scraped the grass and she was lucky to stay on. So we just have to forget about Magnus Bell. Obviously today at Ballarat, both Stylish Lily and East Star were withdrawn. And we're waiting for the mighty El Galgo, Brian, down at Hamilton in race 8. And I see he's $4 in the market and he's tipped on top to win. But Darren Weir didn't sound like he thought he was a good thing, did he?
Yeah, a little bit non-committal, Darren. The horse looked really good in the parade today, but Darren, he just sort of said should run well.
Yes, very insightful, I thought.
I'll tell you one horse that did look good today, that was Stylish Lily. She was a pick of the parade today.
I think Stylish Lily would have been winning at Ballarat today had they have gone ahead, but she'll keep for another day, Brian. Looking forward, we've got the big day at Sandown on Wednesday with Chloe Anna, Brian, going to Sandown after an unlucky second last start. and I think based on what we heard today, I think we should be putting our hard-earned on.
Yeah, well, Darren Weir said he doesn't like to bet, but he just said if he was having to bet, Chloe Ann would be the one he'd be on.
We had a few people talking about they're sick and tired of seeing Phil Britton on white ATB, and Deb Rogers was one of them, and this is what she had to say.
Why ATB? Why not?
That's why, Phil.
So there you go, Phil. You're out. Your innings has come to a conclusion. It's now Deb's turn.
I'm here at Forest Lodge with little Jonah Morgan. We mentioned the other week and got such a great reception that we've actually got him on the show today. How are you, Jonah?
Good, thank you, Brian.
Are you enjoying the open day here at Darren Weir's?
Yes, thank you.
And your dad's got a little horse that I'm involved in. What's his name? Mystic. And he should be racing next week somewhere. Any idea where he's racing?
No.
Well, I think your dad said Swan Hill, which is good. Now, do any of your friends say you're on ATB-TV?
No.
Just mum and dad. Mum and dad would have been proud, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Would be yourself. Now, who do you follow in the football? That's pretty an important question.
Richmond.
Richmond. Did you watch the game last night?
No, I didn't. I got flogged.
Yeah, they did get flogged. I turned it off myself. It was a pretty ordinary game. But now would have been looking forward to the snow today, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So what have you been doing with no snow? You've been running around the puddles?
I've been just looking at the horses. I filled Dad's camera up of photos.
Oh, so you're actually here helping Dad today?
Yeah, and
Yeah, you would have seen all the horses here today parading. Which horse did you like the best?
I like Stylish Lily.
Yeah, very nice looking horse, wasn't it? Well, thanks for your time, Jonah, and we better let you go now because you've got to go and help your dad with some more photography. So thanks, mate. We'll see you next time.
Now, Brian, this weekend you'll be overseas. We've got a big 3-day carnival at Swan Hill with a whole host of runners going up there. And I guess Long Espresso in the Gold Topaz will be the highlight horse for us.
Yeah, and it's a final tune-up for the Touch Tiara in Queensland, Darren, so just wanted to get around, have a good healthy run and be nice and fit for Queensland.
Yes, well, I think she'll be winning and I think she'll be starting favourite, and I suppose only bad luck or a bad gate might beat her, but looking forward to seeing that. We've got some other first starters up there, Imaging, White House Affair, Hippodrome, all kicking off at Swan Hill.
I like White House Affair, Darren. It's nicknamed Monica in the
Out of Miss Presidential.
Out of Miss Presidential in the Darren Weir yard. So very well named whoever named that horse.
And Darren Weir described her as being hot this morning. That was pretty funny, wasn't it?
She was very hot this morning.
Got a lot of rave reviews there from the crowd. So yeah, we're really looking forward to Swan Hill this weekend to see a lot of these new horses ticking off that have trialled well, and we've got a whole host of horses trialling Tuesday at Warrnambool. So it's a big, busy week for us this week.
Yeah, huge day actually, Warrnambool. We've got a lot of horses trialling, and I'll be up there. I think Morgs will be up there, so you'll have the videos up later in the day for the owners of any horses that are trialling there on Tuesday.
And Brian, we had some feedback today which was really interesting about ATB-TV. Shona Dressler's been telling us that her edition of ATB was the best and had the most hits. And we found out today, Brian, that she's been watching it over and over again to get the views up.
Oh, no, you're joking, aren't you, Darren?
No, I'm not joking.
Oh, well, I suppose whatever works.
Now, Brian, we're going to start a new segment on ATB-TV when you come back from overseas, which is in July, I think, or right at the end of June.
Yeah, end of June, early July, yeah.
We're going to have Brian's mailbag.
Oh, hello.
Brian's mailbag, and you can email Brian at brian@atbloodstock.com.au and ask a question. We want questions from you. What do you want to know about racing? Do you want to know how to get into a horse? Do you want to know how handicapping works? Do you want to know how order of entry works? How we pick jockeys, trainers, whatever you want to know. Send Brian an email and we'll endeavour to answer these questions.
It's a little bit like Sam's email on the footy show, Darren.
Yes, it's going to work, and I'd love to do street talk, Brian. And I think I'll let you ask the questions, and I'll hold the camera. I think it'd be safer that way.
Probably,
but given,
Darren,
given the two people that have sort of bypassed us here today, I think it would have made very fun viewing for the ATB Street Tour.
Must watch TV, I would have thought, Darren.
Anyway, I think that's about a wrap for ATB this week, Brian.
Yeah, pretty quiet week, Darren, and we've got a big weekend this coming up, so I guess that could be it.
Yeah, Swan Hill. Really looking forward to Swan Hill, and you'll be off touring Europe, and we'll be meeting up in Royal Ascot. So have a great trip, and thanks for all your hard work.
Thanks, Darren.
And we'll look forward to Shona and myself filling in, and then when I get to Ascot, we're going to bring you ATB from Royal Ascot.
Top hat and tails, Darren.
Top hat and tails. I think the tails will be dragging on the ground. But we'll be there to watch Tack de Boistron in the Gold Cup. Hopefully we'll see Collini, Dandino, and the whole team there, including Seismos, running around at Royal Ascot in the week leading up to and after. So until then, I'm Darren Dance. This is Brian Johnson. Until next week.
Oh,